Hi, I'm Matt Blindmeyer. Welcome to Lax Facts. Oh crap. I'm joined by Nick Sizemore. He was a second-team All-League selection last year as a defender and a face-off man. He is headed to Buffalo on a football scholarship. I know it's lacrosse season, but let's talk about that football choice. How excited are you to go to Buffalo to play football?
I'm really excited. I mean, I like the atmosphere up there, all the coaches and everything, and plus I have a shot at starting my freshman year, so that's also a plus. And so I'm just really looking forward to it.
I've watched you in lacrosse. You can lay the lumber quite a bit. I've watched you in football as a fullback and linebacker. Tell us the similarities between lacrosse and football.
Well, most people don't try to play lacrosse like they play football, but I try to as much as possible just because football was the first sport I played. So, I mean, it's I try to play a little more physical than most people, and even on offense sometimes. So, I mean, I try to make them play them both the same way. So it's not too bad.
At Faceoff, you won 53% of your faceoffs last year. Faceoff is the first thing you do in a game. It sets the tone for the game. Explain to us maybe some of the pressure and how thrilling it is to win those faceoffs, to get your team the ball to start the game or start a half or start after a goal is scored.
Well, usually every time I take a faceoff, I'm trying to score right after the faceoff. That's my first goal, is just to score. As soon as I just win the faceoff, take it down and shoot. That usually gets the momentum going. If you score off the opening faceoff, I mean, your team has all the momentum in the world and everything. So it's I just like to give the momentum to my team, and it helps a lot more later on in the game as well.
What is the key for this year's team to get that four league titles, 4 district titles, and hopefully possibly make it back to a state total game?
We just got to work harder. I mean, we've been working pretty hard as we like the first couple of weeks, but we just need to start working harder than we have. It's not easy to keep like repeating over and over again. I mean, everyone's gunning for us every year, so we just got to fight and work harder and hopefully get back to the top.
Does having that bullseye, everybody's gunning for you all the time, does that help deter complacency within the team?
Yeah, it does. I mean, we just try to work as hard as we can just to keep that status. You know, we want to keep that bullseye on our chest. We don't want to have it drop off. We just want to keep playing hard, and it's good motivation just to know that everyone wants to beat us, and we need to win every game.
In the state championship game last year, you had probably one of the biggest hits I've seen in high school. Tell us about that hit and your experience overall in the state championship game against LaSalle.
Well, actually, the state championship game, I couldn't breathe at all that game, and I'd just gotten a penalty, and I was real tired, and I was sitting in the box, and I just remember as soon as my penalty was released, the guy was catching the ball and not looking at all, and I just came running full speed and just laid him out. But I mean, playing the state championship was awesome. It was just a great feeling. I mean, just to know we got there was an accomplishment, and then almost winning was an accomplishment as well. I mean, it hurt. It was bad at the time, but I mean, if you look back on it, it was a great accomplishment just to only lose by 2 to the number 2 team in the country. So it was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Nick.